Supreme Understanding back with you again. Let's talk about the economy. I know a lot of people right now is tapped for money, struggling, broke, poverty, poor, whatever you want to call it. I don't really like the word broke because really, man, you ain't broken until they broke your spirit, until they broke your whole consciousness, until you just gave up. So you ain't broke. You just might be low on finances. And how do we deal with that? I mean, shit, everybody's doing that, going through that right now. You could have a college degree, you could have a doctorate, and still have a hard time getting money right now, getting a job. I heard the American economy. We lost 3.5 million jobs last year. Shit, that's a lot of motherfucking work. That means there's gonna be a lot of problems. I mean, motherfuckers is getting robbed left and right now. I don't know if you live in that type of community, but motherfuckers is getting it right now, however they can. I'm not saying that you should do that, because we don't take from our own people. That's not really the way we should be going about it. But there are intelligent ways to go about changing your financial situation right about now. I'm not saying you should jump into the real estate game. I'm not saying you should go with the next scam. I'm saying you might need to change your orientation to money and to get money in general. See, our problem is that we have the wrong orientation with money. We think that money is something that we're supposed to be paid by somebody else for performing a service for somebody else. And I mean, that's kind of it's a servant mentality of thinking, Really, money is just a resource. It's just like if you barter and trade. If you trade in, like, I'm gonna paint your house and then you're gonna fix my sink, that's a good system. That's what we did back in the day. That's what our people did back in the day. But if I gotta give you an IOU and say, well, I can't paint your house today, I can't fix your sink today. You painted my house, but I'm gonna fix your sink later. Let me give you this IOU. See, money is like that IOU. It's just a symbol of some kind of value. It don't really mean nothing on its own. So we had the wrong orientation with money when we think a little bit of green paper is all we need at the end of the day. Because what happened when they tell you that green paper ain't worth nothing? What happened when they tell you that the value of the dollar has dropped? So if you had 100,000, that's only worth 10,000 now. You can't buy bread with that $10 bill anymore. And then what you gonna do then? See, so when we just think about getting money for money's sake, it's a very twisted way of thinking, man. A lot of people want to be millionaires. Why the fuck you want to be a millionaire? I've been I ain't been to a million. I'll have to be honest with you. I've been very close, But by the time I got close enough, I realized this shit wasn't all it was cracked up to be. That's what made me not even want to go all the way. I could have gone hard and gotten all the way to a million, and then I realized, what kind of benchmark is this? If you got $1 million in the bank, do you know you got $2 million in bills? I mean, homie, if you understand what it is to have more debt than you have income, then it's the same situation whether you got $1 million or 10 million. So it's not like it's some magical formula. I'm just taking a walk. Sometimes I just need to walk and talk. So people are obsessed with the idea of just being rich. No, you need to be wealthy. And see, wealth can be in the form of you having access to services. I mean, these motherfucking corporate CEOs, most of their appearance of wealth comes from the fact that they can hop on a plane when they want to, they can drive whatever kind of car they want to, they can stay in whatever kind of hotel they want to, and they don't pay for none of that. They get those perks. Those are corporate perks. That's paid for by the company. Just like these rappers. These rappers, they don't pay for these chains and jeans and things like that. These are perks. These are perks of their position. Somebody donates, somebody gives those jeans away as free promotion. These jewelry companies give them a chain. Young Jock's chain, he ain't paid for that. Lil Jon's chain, he ain't paid for that. If the ones that do pay for it, those are the suckers. The real smart dudes, the ones that know how to think and grow rich, they get all that shit for free. So really, it's not about how much green paper you got at the end of the day or how much you got in your bank account, but it's about how much you got access to. And at the end of the day, the most important resource we can have access to is our people and is our community. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't think like that, so I'm not going to go too deep with that. I'm just going to go into how to live a stable lifestyle. See, when I talk about how to hustle and win, a lot of people are starting to understand now that, we ain't been hustling to win. Those of us that are in corporate America, we've been hustling to lose. Those of us that in the streets, we hustling to lose. So how do you hustle to win? You have to change your orientation with money. You have to realize that this game, the principles of this game are the principles of any game everywhere. You either get used or exploited, or you use or exploit other people, or you find a different path and you do something completely different, and you find an alternate route to your success. And that's what I did. I make I make decent money doing books and speaking and things like that. And homie, I don't have to bow down to nobody. No, but that's something that I can do. You know, your thing maybe you need to just go ahead and cut some hair. You know, you might just need to do some car repairs, man. You need to just go ahead and buy you some cheap cars and sell them. You know what I mean? Or maybe you might need to do real estate. I don't know. That might be your thing. It might not work for you. It don't work for a lot of people. You know, you might need to find whatever service you can offer, man, that people are interested in right now. Every business is not recession-proof right now, and every business that is recession-proof is not necessarily affordable for the average person. But if you have the wrong orientation of money, it don't matter how much money you get. Don't matter what kind of job you get, you're going to be perpetually poor and low on finances, or as some of us like to call it, broke. If you develop a hustler's mentality, a true hustler's mentality, then you understand the science of strategy, or you understand the science of risk and benefit analysis. You'll understand the science of the fact that just $10 is not necessarily worth $10 if you can't spend that $10 to get $10 worth of services or goods. And that goes especially to us, those of us that are in the streets. If your money is not clean enough for you to use it however you really want to use it, or however you really should use it for longevity, you don't really have no money. You might have 10,000, but you can't use that 10,000 to set up a college fund for your kids. So, you know, you don't really have 10,000. Then again, that person that ain't got no paper in their pocket, but they got people that bring them food, they got people that take care of them, they got people that give them a ride wherever they need to go, and that person got more money than you. So let's start looking at things a little bit differently. You want to understand the science of economics, pick up some books and hang around people that got more money than you. You always learn by learning from people that got more than you, that are doing better than you. You don't take parenting advice from Britney Spears. So why would you take money advice from somebody that's broke? You understand me? And we're going to keep it moving. Peace.